anywhere between 110 hours to 120 hours a week.
A week?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so 120 hours a week. So you're basically working 16 hours a day every day of the week?
Yes, sir.
Oh gosh. Do you get paid overtime for the amount of time that you're over 40? And Mr. Castillo, were you appointed as attorney ad litem for Amanda Cowart?
Yes, I was.
What efforts have you made in order to contact Amanda Cowart?
I've done the normal searches I usually do through social media, through the court filings in Midland and Ector County. I was able to locate some cases that Ms. Coward had out of Midland County relating to criminal cases. The most recent one was a misdemeanor case here out of Midland County and cause number CR 168546. It shows that there was a capias issued for Ms. Coward back in 2022. There wasn't any contact information in that case that I can use off of, but because it showed criminal activity, I also searched the Texas Department of Criminal Justice system and the prison system to see if Ms. Coward may have been in custody. It didn't show she was. I believe the only thing we located was that she was in a state jail facility out of Gatesville back in 2024. I searched her here in Midland County. As of today, she's not in custody. She's also not in custody in Ector County. I tried to look a little deeper into this case file to see if there was any contact information for Ms. Coward that I can work off of. And in that prior order of January 2016, there's no contact information listed for either party in this case. So I have been unable to locate Ms. Coward to date.
Okay.
The video opens with an immediate mystery as the court discusses efforts to locate Amanda Cowart, the mother involved in the case. Her appointed attorney explains that he searched social media, court records, criminal records, and correctional databases, but still could not find her. The court learns that she had previous criminal cases and had apparently been in a state jail facility, yet her current whereabouts remain unknown. This creates a strong opening hook because the audience immediately wonders where the mother is and why she has been absent from the case.
All right, and so you've had no contact with her at all?
No.
Okay. I'll pass the witness, Judge.
All right. Do you have any other questions for this witness, Mr. Leonard?
I don't. No, Your Honor, I don't.
Do you have anything further to add on your own behalf, Mr. Castillo?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. Next witness.
I call Kevin Leonard.
Okay, Mr. Leonard, would you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that any testimony you give before the court today will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
State your name for the record.
Kevin Ray Leonard.
You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Leonard, are you the father of Zaida, Tracelyn, and Nevaelin, the children who are the subject of this suit?
Yes, sir.
And were you previously ordered to pay child support and medical support for those three children?
Yes, sir.
And where are those children now?
They're with me.
Okay. And when you say with you, do you mean they've been living with you?
Yes, sir.
How long have they been living with you?
I would say since 2019 it was April the 19th of 2019 or 2018. I may be wrong on the year, but it was right around that time that I took them.
Okay, so April of 2018 or 2019. Now, it may make a difference. So as best as you recollect,
so
which one is it?
I would have to go with 2018 of April 19th of 2018.
Okay. And when you say they've been living with you, this has been in excess of the standard possession order. Is that correct?
Yes, as far as I did do a affidavit for that.
Okay. They've basically been living with you full time?
Yes.
Have they been going back to visit their mother at all?
We have no ways of contacting her. We don't know where she's at. No, they have not.
Okay. And you just said you haven't had any contact with her in some time. Is that correct?
The only contact I've had was, I think, the first time we had a court hearing, and she added me on social media just to ask about it, and I just told her I don't know why she didn't show up. After that, she blocked me, so I don't have any contact.
All right. And was that the last contact you had with her?
Yes, sir.
And when was that again?
The first time that we had a court hearing, I want to say that was at the beginning of the year. I believe we had a court hearing. I'm not good with dates. It was the first court hearing I know we had with this court, and right after, I want to say that afternoon, she added me on social media. She knew she was supposed to be there that day, but I mean, I don't know. I haven't had any contact with her since then.
Okay. Gotcha. What kind of health insurance do the kids have right now?
So right now, they don't have the health care, so I pay out of pocket. So if someone gets sick, I have to, when I take them to the hospital or the clinic, I'm paying out of pocket for it.
Okay. Do you have health insurance that's available to you through your employer or through another source that you'd like to put the children on?
Yes, I would definitely put them on my insurance through my employer. But like I stated, I feel like, if I was getting charged child support, like if they had Medicaid, why not leave them on Medicaid or however it was going? It was like I was doing it to make me feel like my money was going somewhere worth it, if that makes sense.
So if you do put the kids on the health insurance through your employer, how much would that cost?
That I really don't know. I'll have to get back with you guys, but I know that I can add them at any time to my health.
Okay. So let's talk about the kind of work you do. Do you get paid by the hour or do you get paid a regular salary?
I get paid by the hour, sir.
And how many hours a week do you work?
Right now, anywhere between 110 hours to 120 hours a week.
A week?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so 120 hours a week. So you're basically working 16 hours a day, every day of the week?
Yes, sir.
Oh, gosh. Do you get paid overtime for the amount of time that you're over 40?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What kind of work do you do?
Chemical technician out on completion.
Okay.
So I work for Imperative Chemical Partners.
Okay. And so is this employment situation kind of like an oil field thing where you're on for a couple of weeks at a very high schedule and then you're off for a week or something like that?
Yes, sir. But some weeks I'm having to work those weeks off just to make ends meet. So sometimes I can take the week off, and sometimes I just work straight through them. So like right now, I'm working straight through. So I'm working 5 weeks straight, and then I'll take a week off.
Okay. And how much do you get paid an hour?
I make $21 an hour.
Okay.
So
and overtime, they pay you a
would,
time and a half?
yes, sir, which is like $31.50.
Okay. And do you have any other children besides the 3 that we're talking about today?
Yes, sir, I do.
How many?
I have 3 other children.
Are they all below the age of 18?
Yes, sir.
Are you paying support for those kids or are they living with you?
Me and the mom have a really great relationship. I'm paying out of pocket for them. So we meet in the middle. So I'm not paying any order.
Okay. So you
I
are.
do have one. I have one child that I do pay an order for, through child support. But that's it. The other 2, I just pay out of pocket.
So you are supporting them. It's just not through a court order.
The focus shifts to Kevin Leonard's financial situation and the extraordinary amount of work he does while caring for the children. He explains that he works between 110 and 120 hours every week, essentially working around 16 hours a day, 7 days a week. He earns $21 per hour and often works through his scheduled time off simply to make ends meet. The court also learns that he has 3 additional children and provides financial support for them as well. This segment clearly establishes the financial pressure behind his request to modify the child support arrangement.
Right. So I see them I see them, talk to them every day. They live here in Midland with me. Not at the same house, but I have access to them. They have access to me.
Okay. And you said you've previously been ordered to pay support for the 3 children that we named earlier. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you've been paying through the state disbursement unit pursuant to the 2016 order?
I've been paying, are you asking if I've been paying the child support?
Yeah. Have they been withholding it from your wages?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Your Honor, may I share my screen?
You may.
A moment. Let me put the right thing up on the screen. There we go. And I know you can't see this, Mr. Leonard, but I'm sharing with the court a Attorney General's pay record for this case, Kevin Ray Leonard and Amanda Lynn Cowart, dating back to, let's see, looks like December of 2015 to the present day. Do you believe that the pay record that I'm sharing is accurate?
More than likely, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. And you said April of 2018 is when you got the children. Is that correct?
That's correct, sir.
Okay. And Your Honor, I'd like to offer this pay record into evidence as State's Exhibit Number 1.
Okay. Admitted, unless there is any objection. Any objections?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, State's Exhibit 1 is admitted.
Okay.
And as we go all the way down, are payments still coming in, or are they on hold, Mr. Bunajek?
A hold was placed in December of 2024, Judge.
Okay,
And so
so there are some payments.
continued to be withheld until 2024.
Okay,
Right. I'm sorry, but yes, I called them and they finally stopped sending the payments to her.
okay.
But I was supposed to believe that they would have still been taking them and she would have still been getting them had I not called.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go on back to the end of this pay record, since we've got payments past the date of change of possession. So the end of last month, do we have the end of last month, or do we just have through the end of the 31st?
It looks like this record was generated on the 29th of September, Judge. So
Okay.
the most
So
recent,
September 28th would be the last day that would reflect any payments. Is that right?
correct.
And that amount was 41,454.78 in child support and 16,671.44 in medical support. Is that right? Correct?
That is how I read it, Judge.
Okay. And his child support order was $419 a month. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And
Okay.
his medical support order was $55.81 or
Actually, Judge, I believe the child support amount is 269. And then,
$269.
and then the medical support amount was 68.
68 was medical support. Okay. So
I'm sorry, is that per kid?
That is, let's see here. Okay, that was added in there. No, that's total, Mr. Leonard, but
you were paying more. It looks like you were paying on an arrearage. So you were probably paying more around 419-ish. Is that right?
I If that's what it's showing, I'm not. I can't fight that. If that's
All
what
right.
the paper's showing, you're
All right. But anyway, it looks like you were paying more than your child support, but there was some of it on a previous arrears back from 2016. So, so tell me this, Mr. Leonard, were you able to use the Medicaid that she had in place? You said you were paying out of pocket, so you didn't have access to the Medicaid?
I didn't have. I think for the first year that I had them, Your Honor, they still had Medicaid, so I think they were still seeing the doctor.
And then it
on
was
Medicaid.
never renewed?
It was never renewed.
Okay, so
I started paying out of pocket.
so since about 2019, you had no Medicaid.
Right. Yeah, everything's been out of copay through the doctor wherever we go.
All right, thank you. You can remove the screen. I'll admit State's Exhibit 1.
Thank you, Judge. And one last thing, Mr. Leonard, I noticed that there was a non-disclosure order for Ms. Cowart's information in the previous order. Do you have any issue with that non-disclosure order continuing?
No, I don't have any issue with that at all.
Okay, I'll pass the witness, Judge.
Okay, and Mr. Castillo, do you have any questions for this witness?
Yes, Judge. Mr. Leonard, I know you've testified that you took possession of the kids in 2018. I always like to use the pandemic COVID as sort of my time marker here. So to your best of your memory, when COVID hit, you had possession of these kids already?
Most definitely I did. I mean, we were set up in the house. I had to go and buy laptops for school. And, pretty much turned my whole house into a classroom.
Right. There you go. The rest of society. And let me ask you this. Why did the mother relinquish possession of the 3 kids to you?
Okay. So I was really at home just watering the yard, and then I got a message on Facebook. I still have those messages, but I got a message on Facebook saying that she needed some help, and I said, "Okay, cool. What can I help you with?" She told me that she was going through a hard time, and that she can't care for the kids at the time. So I immediately told her I would be on the road at the time. They're in Arlington. Remind you, I haven't spoken to my children in 4 years prior to this. So I've looked for them, I couldn't never find them, but that's another story. But she calls me. I tell her I'll be on the road the next morning to get the kids out of Arlington. I'm halfway to Arlington. She calls me. She tells me the kids aren't in her possession. I'm asking her where the kids were. Now the kids are in Jasper. So I'm driving 8 hours away to go and find them. I got a contact from her. She said that it was her friend that the kids were with at the time. So I called the lady and asked her if she had the possession of the kids, and she said that she had the kids for the last 6 months in her possession. There was a power of attorney letter that she had, and at first she told me that she wasn't gonna, release the kids to me. So when I got to Jasper, I notified law enforcement that I was there to pick up my children. I also have a sister that works for the Child Protective Services investigator, so she kind of helped me with that process when I was speaking to the police officer, and I showed them papers that they were my children, and they released the children to me. From that day on, we had no contact with the mother. Besides the time when we were supposed to go to court, she didn't show up, and I've been having the kids ever since.
Okay. And I take it she's had a way to contact you. She probably had your phone number during this time too. Is that correct?
She's had multiple ways to contact me. I've never blocked her. She's never not had a way to contact me. She has my sister's number. They are on her Facebook. I mean, she could have contacted me, and she just...
This is one of the most important story segments. Leonard explains why the 3 children came to live with him. He says their mother contacted him through Facebook because she was struggling and could no longer care for the children. He immediately traveled to retrieve them, only to discover that they had been staying with another woman in Jasper for approximately 6 months. When that woman initially refused to release the children, Leonard contacted law enforcement and showed officers documentation proving that the children were his. The police ultimately helped release the children to him, after which he says the mother essentially disappeared from their lives.
Just refused to contact or communicate about the situation.
Si-
After I took possession of the children, there was nothing more she wanted to do with it.
Since you took possession of the children, has she demanded that they be returned to her?
No, not at all. She came to Midland. Like I say, she was living in Arlington at the time, but she came to Midland, and the only thing that she didn't call me, she called my brother, and she only called for money from him, and she never asked for the kids. Never said, "Hey, I was in town. Can I see the kids? Hey, can you give this to them for their birthday, Christmas, whatever?" None of that. She's not been in the picture.
So are you telling us she basically has not seen the kids like in person for the last 6 or 7 years?
That's exactly what I'm telling you, sir. And it's not because of me. I want my children to have a relationship with their mom. I hold no grudges. I hold no hate or any of that. I want them to. If she wants to be a part of their life, that's fine. I'm not gonna hold her from that. You know, they need their mom just as much as they need their father. So I'm not gonna keep them away. She chose not to be here.
I
So
can understand
never,
that.
yeah. So no,
Do you know where she currently resides?
I don't. I know she's in Arlington somewhere. Like, but other than that, I don't know her address. I don't know her phone number. I don't know if she's even working. Like, I don't
Okay.
know anything.
And you heard me talk about online. It showed that she had several criminal cases and maybe at some point released from a state jail facility. Do you know anything about what put her in state jail?
No, sir, I really don't. I mean, I have
Okay.
questions just like everyone else, but I just figure. I mean, I don't know. No, I didn't never. I
That,
don't know.
that's fine. And how old are the children now, sir?
16, 14, and 12.
Okay. Are they
So
all in
Zeta's
school?
16. Yes, they're all in school. They're doing real good in school. They're in ROTC. They're in sports. Um, they they're living a normal teenage life. Like,
Yes, sir. Do you
they
know
go to
if
school.
do you know if Miss Coward, the mother, has any other children outside of these three children?
Yeah, she has some more children, but they're pretty much grown now.
Does she
I think
does she have
her
any other
son.
minor?
No, sir.
Okay. I'll pass the witness, Judge.
Okay. Anything further on your own behalf, Mr. Leonard?
No, I mean, like, just me personally, man. I'll just, like I'm like I was telling the other gentleman earlier, like I can only do so much, and I'm not downplaying no one's role in this. I'm taking full responsibility. I am a parent, and I'm not looking for any money to be returned to me. I'm not looking for her to pay me anything. I just wish that the child support would stop, because the money that's being taken from me could be used here to help with them. And I mean, I don't mind paying my arrears. I mean, I have a debt that needs to be paid, but just let me pay my debt off and stop taking from me so I can take care of my children.
Okay.
That's all.
All right. Thank you. Any other witnesses, Mr. Bonacek?
No further witnesses. We'd rest.
Okay. Any other witnesses, Mr. Castillo?
No, Your Honor.
And any other witnesses, Mr. Leonard?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Let me do some calculations. I'll be right back with you. Okay, Mr. Bonacek, are you able to do a quick offset interest calculation still?
I believe so, Judge. Give me just a moment. I'll pull up my calculator. There it is. Screen was kind of covering it up, but there we go. Okay,
Okay, if
ready,
you,
Your Honor.
the child support amount, the child support obligation from 4/1/2018 through 9/28/25, so through the September 2025 payment. What is that plus accrued interest?
Let me reset this and go back there.
Okay, and then on the medical support, if you will do it from 4/1/2019, because he did collect the Medicaid and the Medicaid was in place for a little bit. And then after that, he was in self-pay.
Leonard gives his most emotional statement when the court allows him to speak on his own behalf. He explains that he isn't asking the mother to pay him anything and isn't trying to avoid his existing debt. Instead, he simply wants the regular child support payments stopped so that the money being taken from his paycheck can be used directly to care for the children who have been living with him. He accepts responsibility for his existing arrears and says he is willing to pay the debt, but wants enough money left over to provide for his children. The court then begins calculating the credits and amounts involved.
So from 4/1/2019 through the 9/28/25, if you'll calculate those two amounts.
Let's take a look real quick and see if this agrees to make sure that I did it correct.
Okay,
All right. For the child support amount, I'm calculating credit of $29,746.24.
okay,
As of 2019, whoops, that was $68 for the medical support. Just calculating $6,366.84.
okay. And then do you know approximately what was on hold?
I do not, Judge.
All right, but
The
once,
system is a little opaque to me on that.
okay, but once you plug these numbers in, it will then run and it'll rebatch and run those, release the hold and run those as credits. And if there is any additional paid, it will return it to Mr. Leonard. Is that how it works?
Correct. I believe that there, even with the credit, there will still be an arrearage.
Okay.
And so it would be applied to the arrearage, but yes.
Okay, well, and that's what I was trying to figure out if I'm going to need to order payment on the, I'm going to order it minimally until the children emancipate, but something to pay on. And that's why I was trying to figure out about how much you thought.
Let's see. His payment on the arrears has been 150. Just for the record, I got that just by subtracting the off of the pay record. Let me see here. He'd been paying $419,269 was his obligation, so 419 minus 269 is 150. So let's see here.
And those, that 29 and 63.66 is include the accrued interest as well.
Yes, that includes the interest.
All right. Okay, I think we can go from there and then once we get the order entered, you will apply that and then release the payments and they will apply. And but you said you started holding the payments when?
December of 24, Judge.
December. So, and does it look like the full 419 was coming in?
Let's see, just before it looks like payments had been coming in November, and there was a payment made in December actually for $259. And so, yes, it looks like the full amount was being paid.
Okay.
When the hold was applied.
Okay. So there'll be Got 9 months of payments on hold, basically.
Yes.
All right, thank you. That helps me. Okay.
I'd recommend an arrearage payment of 150 for the child support arrears because it looks like the arrearage will be around $10,000 remaining.
All right. And what does it look like the medical support arrears will end up being?
Medical support will be, let's see, 6, 7, oops. Nearly the same. I have 10,305.
Okay,
So we're not
thanks.
as much in a hurry on that. So
Okay. Thanks. All right. So here's what's going to happen, Mr. Leonard. The numbers that you hear are not necessarily going to be the judgment amounts that are final, because after I turn in the offset credit amount, then they will have to apply those payments that were on hold that didn't go out to her. And once those are applied, we'll know exactly how much you still owe under that old. And I know it probably feels like you shouldn't owe anything, but what happens is there's accrued interest of 6% yearly by state legislature, and I cannot forgive any of that on that old judgment amount. So over 6 or 7 years, that's a lot of interest, right? But let me do one final calculation and I'll give you a ruling. Okay. So, Mr. Leonard, I am finding that at the end of September, September 28th, 2025, you owed $41,454.78 in child support and $16,671.44 in medical support. However, there's two things that are going to happen. I'm giving you offset credit from April 1st, 2018 through 9/28/2025 for any child support obligation you paid. And when I look at that, that figure comes to, and along with the accrued interest from those payments, that comes to $29,746.24. So when I subtract that from the $41,454.78, there are still child support arrears of $11,708.54. Then from in medical support, I'm giving you credit because you said you had the Medicaid for approximately a year. So I'm giving you credit from April 1st, 2019 through September 28, 25 of the medical support obligation plus the accrued interest, which comes to $6,366.84. I subtract that from what is on the financial record and you still owe $10,304.60. So those are the judgments I'm entering today. And I'm going to have you pay the child support judgment at $75 per month until the children emancipate, all of the children emancipate, at which point it will go up to $150 a month. On the medical support, you'll pay that at $100 monthly. Okay, so that's about $175 you'll still have to pay, but that's not going to be $419, and that all goes to the judgment. It doesn't go to child support or anything. I'm modifying your child support, your cash medical support, your cash dental support to zero beginning October 1st, 2025.
The final segment delivers the major payoff as the judge announces the ruling. The judge calculates the outstanding child support and medical support amounts, then applies credits for payments Leonard made while the children were living with him. After the credits, the judge determines that arrears still remain and establishes payment amounts for those judgments. Most importantly, the judge modifies the ongoing child support and cash medical support obligations to zero beginning October 1st, 2025, while requiring Leonard to provide medical coverage for the children. This gives the video a clear and satisfying conclusion after the lengthy financial dispute.
And I am ordering you to provide the medical coverage, hopefully through your employer, but if the employer's too expensive, you can just buy a private policy. And then I am ordering the non-disclosure that was previously ordered as to the mother to continue. Ordering income withholding. I'm not taxing you with court cost on this because you've been the one taking care of everything. I'm just going to order court costs to the party incurring the same. Do you understand all that? So right now you owe still about 21,000 total, 22,000 total, but they're going to subtract what you've already paid in that was on hold. They're going to subtract that out. And once that gets subtracted out, you'll get just check your financial record and you'll see that new amounts coming in.
So do I call them to get the new amount? Or how do I
No,
take
you
that?
just look online like you look at your financial record on your online AG account. You can see that there, or you can call them, whichever, but give them about a month after the order's entered for all the calculations to go through and the release of the funds to happen. All right? And so that's what will happen. Mr. Castillo, if you will send a request for payment, we'll get that entered for you. And Mr. Bunashek will draft the court's order. Once I receive the court's order and sign it, everyone gets a copy. All right?
Right. I have one question, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Okay.
So
Go ahead.
are they still gonna? So what are they gonna be taking out of the
Out
check?
of your paycheck, 175, but that all goes to get rid of that debt. And if you want to just pay the debt off faster, you pay the debt off faster because it's still accruing 6% interest. That's a state ordered. Your legislature's put that judgment interest in place. I can't not tell you to pay interest because that's the law.
Right. Yes, ma'am.
All right.